Someone wants to know how we dealt with feelings, emotions, and how did we overcome falling due to sexual urges?
Please,
Pastor, please answer the question. Apostle, over to you.
there was one day you helped me. I was, and it's man of God.
Okay. This one, I don't want to ask question because I think you've kind of answered it already.
Okay.
What were the challenges we faced as a young couple? First of all, before we got married and after we got married, what were the challenges we faced? I'm going to pitch in. What do you think should be the maximum age gap between a couple?
That's a difficult question. I feel like the difficulty is not because of any doctrinal limitation, but the reality is that there are practical limitations, and that's what makes it something to really consider. You have to understand that even if it's just a 3-year gap, sometimes it's a lot for two reasons. Number one, just for instance, not because the people I'm about to use as an example should be thinking of marriage or anything. If you are in secondary school, maybe SS2, and someone is in year 1 in the university, even if it's just 2 years or 3 years gap, the exposure is, very, very. So there's a lot of exposure difference, and then generally, it can be easier when it is the guy who is significantly older, but when it is the girl older, naturally, girls mature faster than guys. So, like someone brilliantly said, at the age of 5, a girl has already very likely pictured what her wedding would be like, what she will wear and stuff like that. And a guy is just playing Superman and Batman at that age, And practically, when a guy and a girl graduate same class from the university, the girl is almost ready psychologically for marriage on average. But the guy, it's just like there's this secret pressure that my life is just starting. And that just tells you that there is a huge divide. And that's why even if you are dating your age mate, the guy will have to step up, and take some responsibility. So it's now even a more precarious, somewhat challenging circumstance when she is even older. All right. So, it depends on the age. Just imagine a 22-year-old guy dating a 28-year-old lady. Maybe he just graduated. She's ready for marriage. And whether you like it or not, even if they don't mind, there's also a biological clock. Ladies have menopause and guys are till infinity. So you see, when ladies are trying to put pressure, or on you or any such thing, just remember that the dynamics are different for them. So there are just some things that make it practically difficult or challenging, and that's why if the girl is going to be older, I would say maybe 3 years max. I would say I'm speaking like Paul, and so that's what I would say.
I think just basically putting into cognizance everything that Pastor has said. I've seen 4 years gaps that have worked. Do you understand? But really, it's about your level of exposure, and then can you submit to this person who is younger than you?
Because Bible rules are Bible rules.
Yeah. So you still have to submit to him, even though you are younger. You still have to submit to him as the head of the relationship. Next question. That's one is done. No among. What are the advantages of getting married early? I remember when we first had the conversation. Even if you remember, we're not yet planning to date then. I think you were about 18, and you told me I want to marry very young. Can you remember that conversation we had from Sports Complex to Mary Hall? The first time we really talked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you said you wanted to get married really young. Okay. So I know that it was.
I think you already had a crush on me then.
Okay, I had a crush on you,
No. I just wanted to put you on the spot, but
I had a crush on you,
I had my eyes on you too, though. Like, yeah. But anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, but these are dating until after like 4 years,
Yeah.
I had my eyes on you.
But you agree that we dated at the right time.
I shall marry you last. What are the advantages of marrying early? Why did you always want to marry early?
I'm still coming back to that question because I really see the hand of God,
Yeah.
when it comes to when we started dating. It might have been too distracted if we started dating in school.
Yeah.
So just one
You
month.
have to keep telling yourself that you did ask me out early. But it's okay. It's okay. We are here now. Here is holy.
Oh my God. All right, go ahead. So what's your question?
Advantages of getting married early.
I don't think there are... Anyway, generally, of course. Don't worry.
Should I have made this video PG-13? Like 18 and above, or married and above?
I think by my laughing, you already know what I was going to say. But on a more serious note, I won't say there are... I won't like to put anybody under such pressure to say you have to. I think the most important thing is if you found the right person. For God's sake, if you are 30 and you've not found the right person, by all means, wait. And if you are 22, you found the right person and you have all it takes to settle, please settle. And God also kind, to help me find the right person. There aren't so many, people who fit, what I want. There are a lot of great ladies out there, don't get me wrong, but for the peculiarity of my assignment, I had a very specific spec, So and God was really kind. I saw it as the graciousness of God, not just to me but to my assignments, and so when you find the right person, the advantages would be that, of course, the companionship starts earlier, the sex comes earlier, I'm going to say that with a serious born again face, or you begin to know each other. Let me use KGV language.
It means that the conji ends earlier.
Actually, I won't say it ends, but of course,
as it is sorted, begins to be sorted earlier.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So
it's a straight face for me.
born again face, and then of course, when you have an assignment like mine, of course, you begin to be partners of purpose. I think I put that in the card I gave you for Valentine's. The fact that it's been quite a journey, doing this with you and all of that, and so for that, I think it was a pleasure that we started.
And there was something you said during boot camp about
and
Kairos.
Kids early.
Yes,
I love kids. So.
There was something you said in boot camp about Kairos, about what would it have been like if you were still single now. So I think understanding the peculiarity of your assignment early enough also really helps you.
Yes.
And then building the future before you've quote and unquote arrived.
Just to to comment on that, I feel like if you're a man of God and you believe that God has given you a message for the world, it will do you mighty good to settle down on time.
And then many times the relationships that you build in your process are more trustworthy in a sense than relationships that you build when you've at least reached a certain level of success. So
Exactly.
I think that's very important, because many times there are guys who are like, I just want to make all the money in the world before I start looking for babe. And many times in that kind of situation, it becomes very difficult to sieve the motives and to find the right person.
Yeah,
because
you're
you're at the stage where everybody now sees you as someone that's worth investing their life in. So
yeah, I think you're very right. Because the house I married this lady into
it was a beautiful 2-bedroom.
a beautiful matchbox.
We loved it.
It was amazing. And like my first week in that house, I was just like, God, you love me too much. Like, see my house.
Well, he called me, say, I can't believe we have this beautiful home. Oh my goodness.
I think that's another thing we'll discuss either now or later. Contentment. The Bible says godliness with contentment is a great gain. And I remember something you told me. We just got like a very expensive gift, and you looked at me and you said, I don't know if you remember that night. You said, we're about to sleep in bed, and you were like, I didn't choose you because I knew things were going to be this comfortable.
Okay.
But the fact that God did this for us is just wonderful.
I think it was when we got that car that replaced the Sienna.
No. I mean, something more recent.
More recent.
Yeah, just last year. Well, it's been wonderful. Just the fact that I look at you and I have zero doubts, what your motives are, even though you are really.
I go stitch up your money.
I know exactly. I was about to say that, but at least I know that your heart is right.
This video, Seth. I hope you guys are learning something. Please, I told them I'm going to open a hand to that pampered wife. Okay. This one, I don't want to ask a question because I think you've kind of answered it already.
Okay.
What were the challenges we faced as a young couple? First of all, before we got married and after we got married, what were the challenges we faced? I'm going to pitch in.
So I'll talk about after we got married. I think that there are just many pros and cons to getting married early. So I didn't really understand this, but in retrospect, I understand. There was one quarrel we had, and when your mom chimed in, she was like, it's because you guys are young. Like, she said, you have this quarrel because you guys are young, and I think I'm going to be more intentional about praying for you guys and counseling you guys, because I just allow you guys because you are mature in many other aspects, and I forget that when it all comes down to it.
She said that.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
No, because she said it to me.
To you, okay.
So I was like, what's she talking about? But now when I look back, and that very argument and the way I reacted, the way you reacted, apart from the fact that we are wiser now, I just think that there is something that experience and maturity does, especially when you're in your formative years. You are still finding yourself and all of that. So I'm a lot more comfortable in my own skin, and so are you. So I just feel like there are some things that and I got matured very, very early, but there's still some things I had to learn. So I just feel like at least that's what comes to mind now.
So you say you got mature early. I agree. Well, I guess there are some areas where sorry, I need water.
Did you get mature early?
I don't want to say anything on the grounds that it might be used against me.
No, I mean, it's a free world. You can as well just
But I totally get you, because I think that we did have a lot of growing to do, and many of those arguments in the earlier years were things that probably if we were older, we would have maybe handled better. Maybe not. Maybe we needed to be married to go through that process of really growing in that particular area. So I think those were some of the challenges. There were also a couple of financial challenges, quote unquote.
Oh my god.
But I think it also came with like being responsible. We've always really been a responsible guy. So, for example, when we realized we were pregnant with our first daughter, Edima, as soon as we realized we were pregnant, we started saving. Started saving little by little to make sure that it wasn't.
How much were you saving? Like 10K per month?
Because they said the hospital bill was going to be around 120 or so. So we were saving like 10K. No, was it 10K?
The 120K was just on admission. We were going to pay down payment
then they were likely to give us change, which they would have given us if she didn't have
if we didn't have to do CS, which thankfully she did.
But there was another thing, so she had to do phototherapy for something. But anyway, so there were some of those financial challenges, but I think we were able to at least be responsible enough to save up. And then even though you had a call upon your life, you took on an additional job in those early years so that we could make it work. So I and then some of those financial things also used to bring some quarrels.
But you see, when you put it like this on live video, it sounds sweet and rosy, like I was so responsible, I took an additional job. But now you push me. Say it now.
I didn't push you.
Remember that text? I'm the one wearing the ring. What was happening?
The thing is that we were engaged for like 2.5 years. So, and we were engaged for a while. When we got engaged,
she said, "Go get a job, bro. Go get a job."
It was more complicated than that. When we got engaged,
so now we're not on your life, and you're so responsible.
Let me just give the cheese job. When we got engaged,
I went to primary school. I said, "I want to teach. Make a hear what."
It was not primary school. It was secondary school.
Okay, secondary school. I say I will teach intro tech. I will teach TD. Just let me hear.
Well, how you go engage somebody? You say you want marry 22.
When will be padlock?
You know, one time I was in the office, one guy, I'm sure that guy is still single now, was trying to talk to me. I said, "See, I'm engaged." He said, "This one, now engagement ring, I've been a handcuff."
The guy is a fool. I think that's where I think that's where the problem started. I think that it was after that you sent me that text.
I can't remember. So anyway.
Oh God.
Well, I think that's some of the challenges, though, financial challenges. And then of course we're also trying to handle ministry, because we've been in ministry together longer than we've been married.
Oh yes.
Longer than we've been dating. Yes. So when you were just my mentor,
I don't really know why you joined the ministry, what your motives were, but really,
you asked me what the time you asked me out, and I said no. So all the shakara you're doing, as if no, I've been pining over you all my life.
4 months after. It was 4 months after.
4 months. No, okay. What was I saying before that?
And when you said no, I moved on.
You did not move on. You didn't move on. No.
God had to show me a vision to stay focused on. Don't worry.
You didn't move on. You say when I was saying no, you say no problem. I'll move on. One time you told me that you like one girl like that. I said okay, no problem.
That didn't touch you. But anyway,
I said my roommate is a friend. I'm going to tell her to ask for you.
When I was doing TTG, I was sitting at the back. You know all this
because you were my friend. That's what I was talking. You now came back and said no. That's no worry. You're the one. You pursue me dying now.
I pursue you.
I like you, but no be say. Why you gonna do like say because you're a fresh guy?
No problem.
I'm happy you pursue me, Sha.
No problem. I won't say more than that. Okay. Now God save you.
You got saved. You're the one that got saved. Everybody, you guys know how the crush on this guy was doing shakara. Anyway, we shall thank God. She be here you are now. I know the password to your ATM.
You don't want
to. I know the password to your ATM.
You don't want to.
And adopt one. How many is that? 3.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You are sleeping in my bed.
Okay, well. No,
you're eating my food.
Actually,
I mean, anyway.
Don't worry. Let's not.
I've asked all these questions before.
Oh boy.
No, we were engaged for 2.5 years. We did it for like 3 years. 3 years. So I dated in 2011 July.
Okay.
And we got married 2014 November. So we were engaged for a long time. Jesus.
We thank the Lord.
But
it was focus. It was focus. In my defense, it was focus because I would have just dated you for 3 years, engaged you 1 month to the wedding, but it was focus.
I don't actually blame you because I also think that if maybe we didn't.
And I don't hold it against you that you almost made me take intro tech.
I know that you make it with church money.
I know. But I
convince you to do a legitimate job.
I must be offered that time 2.5.
That time, but with the parents for ICM.
It was a miracle. No, okay. It was.
Okay, we were close to the wedding when we moved to ICM. It was the same year we got married.
Oh yeah, it was the next year. We moved to ICM 2015.
No, we moved to ICM 2014 January.
Oh yeah,
that's
true.
We now got married. So
that's true.
Someone wants to know how we dealt with feelings, emotions, and how did we overcome falling due to sexual urges?
Please.
Because answer the question. Apostle, over to you.
There was one day you helped me. I was, and they said, man of God. I will never forget that. Man of God just reset me straight up.
Oh my goodness. I think that let me let you
The Lord helped us.
The Lord. It was the Lord. Like it really was
the Lord helped us.
It really was, and I think people need to understand that no matter how spiritual you are, sexual temptation is a real thing, and it's interesting because God put it there for a particular time, so He's not going to remove it because you need it eventually. You need it in the relationship. So you first of all need to be led by the Holy Ghost, and then really
do your best to
use
put
your
checks in
common
place.
sense.
The reality is, even that is not all there is, because I mean we were very accountable to people, to our parents, but somehow, some way, sometimes, in fact, there were times I would come to your house, I'll visit, it's a full house, then everybody's going out, just going about their day. Hey, I'm going to the market, I'm going to the
And all of a sudden you are
then,
alone.
then the man of God is speaking in tongues. You want to touch me? I say, hey, get behind me.
That's what happened.
Yes.
Angels.
You know,
Thank God they are saved by grace.
I was speaking in tongues.
But anyway, but I just want you to know that a sexually pure relationship where you wait until the wedding night for sex is possible, and that
God still helped us do it.
God still helped us do it, yes. And that even when you do cross your boundaries, you can always get up, be accountable, and do better, and have a wedding date in mind. Because if you're just dating endlessly, like at least if there's a wedding date, okay, this
Exactly.
is the day that's there will be the fulfillment of the promise. But when you're just dating,
That's why
without end.
our first fight was our first almost fight was the wedding reception. Because
He was looking for me.
after I've waited all these years, you're now greeting people.
I went to change.
Do
my
fast,
dress.
make we go out
Mama
now.
was angry. Oh.
What are you talking about? Do fast, make we go out.
Oh my God! Someone says, did we have any doubts during the engagement period, and how did we deal with it? Because as young people, you discover you're likely the only married people in your friendship circle. I think that was true. I think we were the first amongst our friends to
Answer that question.
get married, and I think that if we were not engaged as early as we were, which is why I'm happy you asked me to marry you early, I think we may have broken up if we're not engaged as early as we were.
Okay.
So I truly believe that first of all there was a statement of commitment that we were going to be doing this for life. So that helped us not just say, oh well, he said this or she said this and just end it. I think that helped us be better committed to each other. And then I think that I always trusted what God had told me about you. I always trusted your love for me, even in times when things were rocky. And then somehow you actually love me.
Oh, I do.
My husband actually loves me.
do.
So even when things were rocky, I think there was always understanding. There were times I was really difficult, but eventually there was always understanding. I don't even remember that day that we almost broke up.
No, never.
It's sweet sensation. In fact, like I'm not doing again. So who will now go now after saying we are done? We're now sitting down there.
That's not the way I remember it, but no problem.
Okay,
I just really thank
remember
God that
that-
we're here today,
yeah.
and I have no regrets.
Yes, I think that's because now I'm remembering that it was more complicated. But yes, what he said. All right. How would you advise someone who has a desire to get married early or hasn't found the right person yet? I think we should. Okay. How would you advise someone who was?
Am I answering all the questions?
No, we're answering them together now.
Okay, so how would you advise?
Wow. So I know that for us, we wanted to get married early, and I think it was something that we both desired for each other. You're sweating. Okay. So do we get him handkerchief or do we do break into admission? Are you good? All right. Would you like some water?
Just put on the other AC.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
no problem. So first of all, I would say it's a good desire that you have to get married early, to get married young, and we are going to be talking about it today. But I think that beyond getting married early or young, it's important to marry well. I think that that's one of the most important things. So I would say it's not too late. They don't catch late comers, and don't worry, God's got you. But it's more important to marry early. It's more important to marry well than to marry early. Over to you.
Well, just go over the question again.
How would you advise somebody who's like, okay, we got married really young, so talking about today. How would you advise somebody who desires to get married young but still hasn't found the right person yet and time's ticking?
Well, I think that marriage is beyond desire. Marriage is like a project, and not like a project. Marriage is a project, and there are a lot of pieces involved when it comes to having a good marriage. So it's more than desire. It starts with desire, but definitely it's more than desire, because to be married, it means that you must be emotionally, financially, physically mature. So of course it takes a lot. So for many people it's that financial part, and then some other factors. But if you really want to marry early, you have to know what it takes and plan for it, and then for God's sake find the right person. When people say, why did we get married so young, I'm just like,
I think
why not?
We haven't picked the question of how old were we when we get married. So let me just ask it. How old were we when we got married?
You argued the last time we were asking an interview, so just tell me. We
How
got
old?
married in November, my birthday was December.
Yes.
But I think somehow you just like to imagine I was older. So
We got married. So let me understand. If you were born in 1989 and you're counting the date in 2014 November,
there's a reason
how
why
old are you?
we have birthdays like Iren. I can't believe that so many
How can
years
you be claiming
after
24?
from that Lola D
24
video.
It's been 5 years and you still not agreed. How can you be claiming 24 years of age when it's 1 month to your birthday?
Because it's not my birthday yet. It wasn't my birthday yet.
So
I
how
was
old-
close. I was.
So how old are you when we got married?
You've already answered. So it's your channel. So.
25 years old though. 25 years. Because you're 18 months older than me. And me, I was 23. And you were 25.
I'm just 18 months older than you. Are you sure?
Yes, now. Just like you like to...
Raise shoulder. Okay. No
you like to
problem.
form 80s, baby.
No, I'm an 80s, but what do you mean?
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I don't want to call your year. Like, anyway, you've already said how old you are, so people can do the math.
We got married in 2014.
Okay.
Abi? Yeah, and I was
Of course.
23. Anyway, so that's your advice for people who want to get married early.
Okay, I guess that's the thing for you. Like, you don't want it to be like you were 23, I was 24.
Is it now you understand?
Yeah, I finally get it. Okay, let me help you. I was 25.
It was 20. Thank you. Finally, please, you heard it here first.
I'm a man of God. That feels like a lie, but
You wait. Let me ask people online. If somebody should get married,
please, exactly.
people that are online. If somebody's birthday is in December,
help us.
and this is November, and their birthday is in 1 month, and they were born in
See your
1989.
fans. PL is cute. Now only PL you see here. and there. Don't worry.
What do you think about the belief that people have to first sow their wild oats or explore other options instead of
So
marrying?
the wild
early?
oats, what do you mean by that?
Like maybe date, see what's out there. Like why must you? Because I think you were my first serious relationship. I was your second serious relationship. So what's about this idea that people have to at least date many people until they are ready to settle down?
First and foremost, it's not biblical. Secondly, it's not even statistically proven. If anything, off the top of my head, I think that it would even complicate matters more. Because then you have unrealistic expectations. Because subconsciously you are comparing, to some attributes. For instance, the, my wife is a lot more expressive, a lot more confident, and in many other aspects, I appreciate that about her. But, because I had an idea that, like a relationship where you ask questions, there's a problem. So I mean, I think it took getting used to. Let me put it that way, But I just feel that you can never go wrong doing things the Bible way, and the Bible definitely does not say you need to explore. For you to do that, you'll be a player. Dating many people without the intention of getting married. No Christian should ever. There is no biblical provision for dating without marriage being the focus. So.
Okay. Somebody's asking, how do you select the right one when the girls around you have similarities?
You have to pick one. That's the thing. And I think that we have this idea of love that makes people ask questions like this. We think that there is one bone of your bone, by the way, just in case you don't already know, Adam did not just say bone of your bone of my bone. This is now bone of my bone. He said flesh of my flesh. And so the idea that he said bone of my bone because she was taken from his rib is not right, because she was not God didn't take Adam's flesh. So when he was saying bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, he was just speaking metaphorically. The fact that she was one of the same kind, and not just another animal. This was another human being. That's what he was saying. And so as much as you can say you're the most beautiful girl in the world, you're one of a kind, it's more accurate to say you are the most beautiful girl in my world, or you are the only girl in my world, and I have made an active, conscious decision to love you and to favor you above all others. Yeah. And it is accompanied by emotions, but it's not. I'm not.
But guided by commitment.
Exactly, guided. You said.
Thanks, sir.
You can't took me what you can preach. So, but guided by commitment. So you just have to be committed to one person. So that's just it.
I think that the person you choose has to be the best in your eyes, because if you keep, the reason why I haven't seen anybody better, of course, I mean Iren.
I'm trying to be humble.
Yeah, but even when you are not the Emmanuel Iren that is now the Emmanuel Iren that everybody knows as
I've always been Emmanuel Iren, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay, I'm happy you do. I'm happy you do. Now make I talk if I want to talk job. I've never actually really been looking. So I think it's important that you keep your eyes focused on the person that you've chosen. I think that's so important. Somebody was asking that, how do you settle with one person when there might be somebody better outside? But I think we found, how are you sure this is the person?
Please don't date and in your mind you are waiting for someone better to show up. I think it's a very dishonest thing to do. Don't use anyone to fill your space, that space in your heart. No economic, no manipulation of that sort. I said economic, that was wrong. No manipulation of that sort. When you pick one person, you are going to favor the person above everyone else in the world.
And I think we need to realize that relationships are not a hobby, because sometimes people just pick this person to be dating until they feel their own spouse will come out. Sometimes what happens is your own spouse now comes, but you're already occupied. The person doesn't want you to cheat, so they walk away. So many times you have to be okay with being single. I talk about this in my book, Dating Intelligently.
So if you want to wait, if you think that under normal circumstances this is not the person you settle with, then just wait. Because the reality of the situation is both of you will get better with time as your career goals are achieved, as you become more mature, more confident, and all of that. And so, if you have that mindset, even in the deepest recesses of your mind, you are going to be more susceptible to temptations.